After 5 years in hell, I got invited to meet the big man himself in person. Dave, big fan. Nice to finally meet you. Thanks, I said, not sure what I've done to garner such attention from the devil himself. It was remarkable how human he was, polite and to the point, like it was just a job to him and nothing more. I'll be straight with you, Dave. I'm conducting an experiment and I'd like for you to be the first participant. When I asked him why he had chosen me, the devil said he liked my screams of agony and that my skin just peeled off right. I was going to be sent back to Earth for 8 hours. Too many souls had become numb to suffering. Devil surmised that a few hours back on Earth would remind them how beautiful living was, and then the torture would be that much worse. Can I do whatever I want? I asked. I'm not your babysitter. Spend the 8 hours however you please. You will just end up right back here when it's all over anyway. I accepted, and I started the experiment. I showed up on Earth in front of a rundown sicko. I knew the devil sent me here for 2 reasons. 1, the walk into the city would take hours, wasting most of my time. 2, this gas station is where I damned my soul to hell. I was getting my morning coffee when a man in the ski mask pulled out a gun on the attendant. He didn't see me behind him, and I pulled out my gun and I shot him in the head. Turns out his gun was painted black and it was a fake toy. He needed the money to buy insulin for his son. The police showed up and saw that I had a gun, mistook me for the robber, and opened fire. I guess that was just my desserts. When I showed up at the pearly gates, St. Peter denied me entry to heaven because I was proud to take a life, and I didn't seek forgiveness. The bastard was right too. At that time, I felt like a bona fide hero. That's how I wound up here in hell, leaving behind my wife and my 5-year-old boy. None of that mattered now, of course, but I've been given an opportunity to find my boy and apologize for abandoning him. The walk back to my old house took forever. I knocked on the door and my son answered. He was older, but he had the same enduring crooked smile. Dad? He said. It's me, son. I hugged him tight and started crying. I'm so sorry for leaving you. Can you ever forgive me? Why would I forgive a cocksucker like you? I lurched back and my son grinned from ear to ear. His skin bubbled like it was boiling, and he ballooned until his flesh split and burst, revealing an all too familiar face underneath. Did it work? Said the devil. Are you feeling worse than ever, Dave? My mom used to tell me that pigs are a man's best friend. She claimed that their intelligence rivaled that of the smartest dog. Not only are they amiable and profitable animals, but their eating habits are also extremely favorable. They would chomp on almost anything she fed them. As the only child in the family, it was all thanks to the pigs that I came into this world. My mom used to go on and on about the pigs, sharing stories of them before I was born. Unfortunately for my parents, luck did not run into the family. For a couple so caring, it was cruel that their first child, whom they loved so much during pregnancy, wasn't a boy. Our family couldn't afford to have too many kids. So it brought great joy to everyone when 3 weeks later, my oldest sister accidentally drowned in a river. Afterwards, my parents planned for another child immediately. Still, when it rains, it pours. Their luck didn't turn around after my oldest sister died. The next year, my mom gave birth to twins. Twin girls. My grandmother almost fainted when the village midwife carried them out. It was a disgrace to the entire family. My dad was furious about mom's incompetence, and grandma refused to cook anything for her for 3 months. They were too ashamed to show the neighbors the babies and too busy taking care of the land. With my dad working away, someone had to feed the pigs. Financially struggling that year, mom found herself running out of swills. Still, the pigs were squealing manically in their barn. Someone had to feed the pigs. So there went my second sister. 5 minutes later, my third sister. It was convenient. The river was too far away after all. The next year, my fourth sister. Then my fifth sister. Eventually, I was born. Streaks of tears ran down my mother's cheeks when she saw me. Finally, a boy. Finally, a savior for the family. Pigs aren't choosy eaters. They chomp on almost everything. Truly, they are man's best friends. Good evening, everyone. If you happen to like our content, then please like, share, and subscribe. Subscribing is free. If you ever feel the need to change it, you can always do so. Make sure you hit the notification bell so that way you never miss any of our content. Now back to the video. It was like waking up, but I suppose being born is like waking up. And by that logic, death is no different than going to sleep. Warm, safe, alive. In the vat, I gained sentience and it was filled with a cozy ooze. It felt like a womb to me, and I guess that was its plain purpose, to simulate a human womb. Still warm, content here, becoming smarter. Here, home. Soon I became aware of what was on the other side of the fluid-filled glass. Men in white coats. My creators, perhaps? Sometimes I try to listen in on what they were talking about. What you're seeing here, ladies and gentlemen, is a future of human species. They gestured to me and said that. So I think I'm the future of humans. I don't know what that actually means, though. The man continues talking. This synthetic organism can adapt to any and all threats around it. Adapt to threats? I swam, crawled closer to the glass. As you can see, this subject displays signs of sentience and just 3 days old, and it has a height of 1 meter already. I'm 3 days old? Interesting. I'm not sure how I know what days are. Same with almost everything else I'm knowledgeable of. My creators must have taught me that somehow. We believe that the organism is ready to emerge from its artificial womb. You may pull the lever when ready. Ready to emerge? No, please. Not ready. Vault draining. Losing liquid. No fluid. The glass of the tube retracts into the bottom. I have to leave home now. I see people all around me. They must be twice as tall as me. Anticipated silence. Need home. So terrified. In panic and rage, I lunged at the thieves who took my only place I felt safe. Our claws easily tear through their bodies. I am just as strong, maybe even stronger than the humans. I am the future after all. All better. Warm here. Here again. Safe again. Home again. No fluid. Soft meat. Still warm. Still home. All better. Dear Mother, as you may know, I've died at the Battle of White Mountain. A Bohemian round hit me square in the face, shattering it, piercing through my eye. But don't worry, Mother, I didn't suffer. I barely felt it at all. I remember falling onto the ground and everything around me quickly faded. There wasn't enough time to fear or hoard. It all went by so quickly. Fortunately for me, I could see the heavens opening up above. An angel descended. It was so beautiful, so pure. I still remember the warmth I felt when it wrapped its snow-white wings around me. I was ready to meet our Lord God. I thought the bliss would last for eternity. Then the pain came, a horrible burning pain in every organ. I thought I was in hell. I was mistaken. I had been a man of God my entire life. I died fighting the heretics. I heard the tortured screaming of the damned all around. The agonized wailing was everywhere. It grew closer, louder, until it finally woke me up from my eternal slumber. I woke up screaming. I was burning, Mother. I was freezing all at once, surrounded by Easterners. Somehow I was still alive. Somehow these foreigners brought me back. Delirious, my body trembled. None of it made sense. None of it was possible. I knew I was dead. I feel the cold winter breeze caressing my empty eye socket. Attempting to rise to my feet, I fell. My body was still too weak. Collapsing to the floor, I see him. He was standing over me with tears in his eyes. Father. Falling to his knees as I stared at him dumbfounded, he embraced me. His touch was so welcoming and warm, his tears searing my skin almost. Father pulled me back. For a moment, I thought it all was well again. It didn't take long for me to realize that nothing was well. Whatever Father had done, it was a horrendous crime against nature and against God. I can no longer stand the sight of the cross, Mother. It pierces my remaining eye, as if it were a heated blade, forcing me to avert my gaze. Perhaps I am a demon now. I certainly look like one, Mother. My skin is as ashen as that of the martyrdom. My scarred face is the likeness of the devil himself. I am no longer of this world, Mother. I feel nothing. No joy, nor sorrow, nor heat, nor cold. The rays of the sun seems to shy away from me. The sun is light. They turn away from me. I am nothing but a pariah, an exile condemned to wander the earth until death takes me once more. Touch is no longer pleasant. It is nothing. I am a prisoner inside a carcass, tortured by ashes of burning hunger that won't go away unless... I am sorry, Mother. I am writing to you to confess and apologize for what I've done. Your son is now a rabid animal at the service of evil. I have killed my own father. I killed him and drank his blood like I did with so many other poor souls, all to stop this unrelenting clawing of lust for blood. I took my father's life and feasted on his flesh like a wild dog, to avoid going mad with the hunger. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I really am sorry, Mother. Forgive the stains. I am weeping with the same blood that I must drink to maintain any semblance of self. Weeping without any real sorrow, my body bleeds instinctually, overcome with the vision of my father pulling me closer as I sank my teeth into his neck. I am so sorry, Mother. I truly wish I can sincerely tell you that I love you, but it seems like these days the only thing that I am capable of being affectionate towards is the deadly dread I inspire in the eyes of men. I feel like the only terror rising in the face of the end is the only thing that makes me feel somewhat alive again. I hope and I pray with the moon as my witness that we may never meet again. For your own sake, dear Mother, in this case we do meet again. Please make sure that I am beheaded and the headless of my headless remains are either nailed to the soil or burned so I may never rise again. Even then, I am not sure that I will remain put. Any attempt at injuring me seems to be futile. This demon-possessed vessel simply repairs itself with any inflicted wounds that are placed upon me by my victims. I don't know how or when I am going to finally expire, but I will try my best to vanish from human eyes for as long as I may control the winced hunger. I wish you a long life and good health. I know you will take good care of Sophie, Paul, George, and Elizabeth. I am going to attach our family's crest to the seal of this letter just in case. Fare thee well, Mother. Your son, Herman von Tettenball. Good evening, everyone. This is Yeti K, and this is the end of the video. Please leave a comment and let us know your opinions on the matter. If you happen to like this content, please check out our other videos. Make sure you like and share amongst your friends and family to help our community grow. You happen to be new to this channel? Please make sure you subscribe. It's free, and you can always change it in the future. You have some terrifying story suggestions? If so, make sure that you send it to my email, fearofthedarkstories@gmail.com, and I'll feature it in a future segment. But you guys stay safe out there, and remember to always be afraid of the dark.